Imagine waking up each day free from the grip of anxiety. No nagging fears about your future. No mental fog clouding your decisions. No sleepless nights tossing and turning. Just peace, confidence, joy. Sound like a dream? Dale Carnegie says it's a reality, and he's here to show you how to claim it. Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most impactful self-help books ever written. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. This book isn't just a guide, it's a life manual. In this video, we're going to walk through its most powerful principles. You'll discover tools to silence that inner voice of doubt, defeat stress, and finally live with clarity and purpose. We're not just talking theory. Carnegie backs every lesson with relatable stories, from top executives to soldiers, housewives to artists, each of whom turned their lives around by learning how to conquer worry. So if you're tired of living under a storm cloud of what-ifs, hit that subscribe button, grab a pen, and let's get started with the very first life-changing principle. Part 1. Fundamental facts you should know about worry. Worry is not just a habit. It's a self-destructive cycle. Dale Carnegie begins by introducing a mental strategy that saved the sanity of one of the world's most respected medical minds, Sir William Osler. Osler advocated living in daytight compartments. Just like an ocean liner protects itself by sealing off compartments to keep from sinking, you can shield your mind by sealing off the past and future. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow hasn't arrived. All you have is today, this hour, this moment. Carnegie then reveals one of the most powerful tools in the book, a method developed by industrial pioneer Willis H. Carrier. When facing overwhelming stress, Carrier would 1. Ask himself, what's the worst that can possibly happen? 2. Prepare to accept that worst outcome. 3. Calmly and constructively try to improve the situation. By mentally accepting the worst, he neutralized fear and cleared his mind to think effectively. This strategy has helped people avoid panic, solve financial disasters, and rebuild their lives. Finally, Carnegie underscores a chilling reality. Worry doesn't just harm our thoughts. It ravages our health. From ulcers and insomnia to high blood pressure and even paralysis, Carnegie cites experts who show that worry is a silent, yet deadly killer. The first step to freedom? Stop dragging yesterday behind you. Quit fearing tomorrow. Live today in a sealed compartment. Part 2. Basic techniques in analyzing worry. Before you can conquer worry, you must understand it. In Part 2, Carnegie gives us a process to dissect our anxiety. Like a scientist analyzing a specimen under a microscope, we must study our fears and examine their cause. Worry often thrives on vagueness. When you pinpoint the exact nature of your fear, it loses its power. Carnegie lays out a practical method. Get all the facts. Most worry is based on incomplete information. Analyze the facts. Lay them out on paper. Arrive at a decision. Act on that decision. Don't wait. Don't stew. Move forward. He compares worry to a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. Instead of looping the same fears in your head, write them down and strip them of emotion. Treat your problem like a business case, not a personal crisis. He also explains that half of business worries can be eliminated immediately. How? Delegate, automate, simplify. Many executives, Carnegie says, have reduced their stress by learning to focus on high-impact decisions while letting go of the rest. Key takeaway: worry often hides in vagueness. Shine a light on it, and it disappears. Part 3. How to break the worry habit before it breaks you. Now that we understand worry, it's time to break the cycle. Carnegie gives us tools to stop worry before it stops us. First, he advises us to keep busy. Idle minds are fertile ground for fear. Stay active. Work on something. Movement creates momentum, and momentum silences doubt. Next, he reminds us, don't let the little beetles get you down. We often get overwhelmed by trivial annoyances that, in the long run, mean nothing. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. One of the most liberating concepts he offers is this: cooperate with the inevitable. If something is beyond your control, accept it. Surrendering to reality brings peace. Like the ancient wisdom says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Then comes the idea of placing a stop-loss order on worry. Traders use this technique to limit financial losses. You can do the same with your mind. Decide how much worry a problem deserves, and stop there. And finally, don't try to saw sawdust. What's done is done. Regret changes nothing. Learn the lesson, then leave it behind. The essence of Part 3? Worry is a choice, and you can choose to break the habit. Part 4. 7 ways to cultivate a mental attitude that will bring you peace and happiness. Carnegie now shifts from eliminating worry to building emotional resilience. Peace isn't just the absence of anxiety. It's the presence of the right mindset. His first rule? Fill your mind with thoughts of peace, courage, health, and hope. What you think about, you bring about. Use affirmations, uplifting books, and positive company to rewire your thinking. Next, he teaches us to avoid the high cost of getting even. Harboring resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgive and move on. Not for them, but for your own peace. Then there's the lesson on gratitude over ingratitude. Don't expect appreciation from others. Instead, take joy in giving and serving freely. The happiest people are those who expect nothing and appreciate everything. He also asks, would you take $1 million for what you have? Your eyesight, health, family? The truth is, we're all rich in ways we often forget. He drives the point home. Find yourself and be yourself. Don't envy others. Don't try to copy. You are one of a kind. Embrace it. Turn adversity into fuel. When life hands you a lemon, make lemonade. Finally, he shares a 14-day plan to beat melancholy. Act cheerful, be kind, engage in physical activity, and immerse yourself in meaningful work. The goal of Part 4? Develop a mindset so strong that worry can't enter. Part 5. The Golden Rule for Conquering Worry. This section is short but powerful. Carnegie calls this the Golden Rule for overcoming anxiety. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But here's the twist. It works inward too. Treat yourself with the same kindness, forgiveness, and compassion you offer to others. He shares the heartfelt story of how his own parents dealt with worry. They trusted in their values, focused on doing right by others, and leaned on their faith. That grounded approach helped them rise above life's chaos. Carnegie's message is this: living a life of integrity, service, and simplicity brings its own peace. The takeaway? When you take the focus off yourself and place it on serving others, worry shrinks. Life gains purpose, and peace becomes your companion. Part 6. How to keep from worrying about criticism. Criticism is an unavoidable part of life. Dale Carnegie teaches us that instead of fearing it, we must reframe how we view it. The first insight he offers is striking and memorable. No one ever kicks a dead dog. This means that if you're receiving criticism, it often means you're relevant, visible, and doing something significant. In fact, criticism is often a side effect of progress. But not all criticism is constructive. Carnegie reminds us that much of it comes from people projecting their own frustrations. Instead of taking it personally, we should analyze the intent and content. Ask, is there truth in this? Is this meant to help me or hurt me? If it's useful, embrace it. If it's bitter or baseless, discard it. Carnegie also encourages us to own our mistakes without self-loathing. He shares examples from his own life, embarrassing errors and poor decisions that could have consumed him with guilt. But instead of allowing past failures to define him, he studied them. Each became a lesson, not a life sentence. Ultimately, Carnegie teaches us to develop emotional resilience. A thick skin isn't about becoming insensitive. It's about staying grounded in your worth, so outside opinions don't shake your peace. Key insight: learn from criticism, but never be ruled by it. Let it refine you, not define you. Part 7. 6 ways to prevent fatigue and worry and keep your energy and spirits high. Carnegie emphasizes that physical exhaustion often triggers worry. When your body is drained, your mind becomes vulnerable. He lays out 6 practical ways to beat fatigue before it feeds your anxiety. 1. Rest before you get tired. Don't wait for burnout. Take short breaks throughout your day. Pause to breathe, reset, and recharge your mind. 2. Relax at work. Most people don't get tired from hard work. They get tired from stress. Carnegie advises learning to work calmly. Don't tense your muscles. Don't clench your jaw. Efficiency rises when your body is relaxed. 3. Adopt proper posture. Slumping isn't just physical. It sends defeat signals to your brain. Sit tall. Stand proud. Good posture can boost both energy and mood. 4. Engage your mind to avoid boredom. Mental stagnation breeds anxiety. Fill your days with purpose. Learn something new. Listen to inspiring content. Idle minds are playgrounds for fear. 5. Practice smart work habits. Organize tasks. Prioritize. Cut out unnecessary steps. Chaos in workflow leads to tension in the mind. 6. Don't obsess over insomnia. Lying in bed panicking about sleep only makes it worse. Instead, focus on resting your body. Tell yourself, even if I can't sleep, I can still rest. In short, a well-rested, well-managed body becomes a fortress against worry. Take care of it, and your mind will follow. Part 8. How to find the kind of work in which you may be happy and successful. Carnegie argues that discontent in your career is one of the biggest sources of chronic worry. If you dread Mondays and count down hours till Friday, something's wrong. He encourages us to take an honest inventory of our strengths, interests, and values. Then ask, does my current job align with these? Many people chase money or prestige, ignoring whether the work fulfills them. The result? A big paycheck and a bigger hole inside. Carnegie gives real-world examples of people who walked away from draining but lucrative careers to follow a calling. Some opened small businesses. Others returned to creative passions. The pattern was clear. Peace came not from income, but from alignment. If changing careers isn't immediately possible, start reshaping how you engage with your work. Can you bring more of your natural talents into your role? Can you shift to a better department? Can you start building a side path that energizes you? Key principle: life is too short to spend in misery. Find work you enjoy, or find a way to enjoy the work you do. Part 9. How to lessen your financial worries. Financial stress can feel overwhelming. Carnegie doesn't pretend that money isn't important, but he does emphasize that most financial worry stems from 2 causes: lack of planning and misplaced priorities. He advises simple but powerful habits. Track your spending, build a budget, avoid debt, and focus on needs before wants. When you control where your money goes, your fear begins to fade. Carnegie also emphasizes the importance of contentment. Many people ruin their peace by comparing themselves to others or living above their means. He reminds us that real wealth lies in appreciating what we already have. A businessman once told him 70% of our worries are about things that never happen. Carnegie expands on that truth. The solution isn't to be rich, it's to be realistic. He also makes a critical point. Never trade your health or family for money. The richest man in the hospital bed is still a prisoner. True prosperity means balance. Bottom line, master your money or will master your mind. Simplicity and discipline are the cure. Part 10. How I Conquered Worry, 32 Real-Life Stories. This final part brings the book to life. Instead of more theory, Carnegie shares 32 vivid, relatable stories of people who overcame crushing anxiety using the very principles you've just learned. We meet soldiers traumatized by war, business people bankrupt and broken, parents who lost children, and everyday folks who felt overwhelmed by life. And yet, each one found light through action. For instance, a woman consumed by grief found peace through service. A businessman plagued by failure rebounded by shifting perspective. Another man conquered fear by adopting the live in day-tight compartments rule. These aren't fairy tales. They're authentic proof that change is possible. That worry isn't something you have to live with forever. Reading these accounts reinforces the core message. You are not alone, and no situation is beyond redemption when equipped with the right mindset and tools. Takeaway: if they could do it, so can you. Their victories can be your roadmap. So there you have it, 10 powerful parts hundreds of timeless lessons and one clear message. You can stop worrying and start living today. Whether it's learning to live in day-tight compartments, analyzing your fears, breaking the worry habit, building mental resilience, or drawing inspiration from real-life overcomers, you now hold the tools to transform your inner world. The only question left is, will you use them? If you found this summary helpful, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more life-changing book breakdowns. Let us know in the comments, what's one idea from this book you're going to start using today? Until next time, take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, and live this day fully. Because every day is a new life to a wise man. Thanks for watching.